Welcome back, this is Fade Addicts. In this video, I'm going to be showing you how to do a fade with a slick back. So after spraying the hair enough to where it's manageable for you to work with, as you can see, I'm picking the hair up from the middle of the head. The way that I got that is that you part it. And the way that I part it is I go based on where the beginnings of the left side and the right side of the eyebrows are. So if I'm starting to part, my first part will be on the right side. I will go wherever the beginning of the right side of the eyebrow starts, and I'll create my first part. And I will do the same to the left side. And that's how you get the part down the middle. So once you do that, I'm standing behind my client, picking up sections of hair. In the middle of those sections, you can see the previous cut, which will be your guideline. So if your client wanted off an inch or less, that's where you'll be taking off all the way through the hair. So when you're doing scissor work, cutting off any hair off the top, my client here has curly hair, so it makes it a little bit more difficult to cut the hair. The hair tends to wrap around my finger, so if you see I'm holding the shears in certain angles to be able to cut the hair, it's because the hair is curly. Straighter hair will be a lot more easier because the hair tends to stick straight up, and it'll be a lot more easier and a faster process to work with. So after you finish the shear cutting part, he is doing the brush back style look. So I'll be going over there with a vented brush and a hair blower just to take up that hair shape, the style of it, the brush back style, and to get it as dry as much as possible before I start the actual fade. Right here you can see I'm doing a little bit of thinning shear work. I'm just picking up the hair and using the thinning shears just to kind of thin it up a bit, but also create a little bit of texture right at the very front. And now to start the fade, I will have a number 2 guard with the lever all the way open. I'm just clearing out the section, working my way all the way up to the bulk and flicking out. So the reason to flick out at the bulk of the hair is you want to create that nice transition from the hair up top to the fade. And now right here I'll be using the clipper over comb technique. So the clipper over comb technique for me cleans up the section a bit more better, and it looks a lot more smoother. So when you start your fade, everything just falls in place. I'm just here taking my time, not rushing it. I'm combing the hair back just to see where I'm at. Just continue to clip over comb. So I'll say that clipper over comb to me is probably one of my most favorite techniques to use when you're working with someone with length up top. Not so much with a buzz cut, but if anybody's doing this hairstyle or a mohawk or any type of hairstyle that involves length up top, I can say that a clipper over comb is super effective. I love doing it. I was never a fan of it before, so I never used it. But I can say that when you put 2 and 2, meaning your fade and clipper over comb to where they meet together, it transforms. I mean, it takes the haircut to a whole different level, and I definitely enjoy it. And now you see me going in with clipper all the way closed, just creating my first line. And when you create your first line, that's just an indication on where your fade is going to start, and it'll also let you know whether it's a high, mid, or a low fade. So here, using my trimmers, I will go below the line just to clean up any unwanted hairs. So following my trimmers, I'll be going in with the foil shaver just to get even closer to the skin as much as possible. Now when using the foil shaver, I don't like to get too close to the line that I created, because a foil shaver does give that much of a closer cut that once you fade and you go out to remove that bottom line, you might be there fighting that line quite a while because of you being too close with the foil shaver. So I'll give myself about a half an inch away from that line. Now you see me going in, clipper lever all the way open, creating my first guideline about a finger's width, and also flicking out, not digging straight into the hair. Just kind of taking your time. I like to give it a couple passes through just to make sure that I got all the hairs. Now here I got the number 1 guard, lever all the way open, creating my next guideline. Now I like to open up my guideline with the number 1 guard just a tad bit more than what I did with no guard. So it'll probably be about a little bit more than an inch or more than finger's width. I like to open that gap up just a little bit more. The more open the gap is, the smoother the cut will be, the haircut, the blend. And now here I'll be going in with the number 1.5 guard, lever still all the way open. And you can see I'm going straight into that bulk and I'm flicking out, and you can see the transition already coming together just from these simple steps. Using the corner of the blade. Again, I like to go over a few times just to make sure I'm feeding the hairs through the blade, not the guard. And you can see it's coming together already. So when doing these type of haircuts, especially a beginner barber, don't be afraid to cut the hair. We make mistakes. I know hair does not go back, but I say you learn from your mistakes. I've got 17 years in cutting hair. I learned from my mistakes. And I taught myself. I watched YouTube back then. And that's how I learned how to cut hair. So don't be afraid to cut hair, especially if you're a beginner barber or in barber college. Do what they teach you and just continue to figure out your style, and everything will come to. Now you see me with the half guard halfway, hitting that middle line using the corner of the blade and just taking my time. You can see the blend is coming together already. You always want to make sure that you go through the line, don't stop at the line. Go through and flick out. You see I open the lever all the way up, which I'm able to go a little bit higher. Now here I got no guard, lever halfway, and I'm going through that bottom line, just softening up that line, which will help me to remove the line when I close it completely. You can see I got the lever all the way closed and I'm removing that line, taking my time using the corner of the blade only. Now I'm back halfway, a little bit of lever play. So as I open and close my lever on the blend, when I open it completely, I like to tilt my clipper to its side using the corner of the blade only, which would allow me to go higher up into the dark spots, but also using the flicking motion. That'll complete the blend to me. It'll actually make the fade pop just a little bit more. So just like right here, you see I have the lever all the way open. I have the clipper tilted to its side, which allows me to go up into those dark spots. Now I had to close halfway, all the way open. You can see that blend is coming together. Now you see I go back with clipper over comb, just to make sure I hit any other spots that I need to hit, just to create more of a smoother look. And for the last part, I'll be going in with the thinning shears just to give it more of that softer look. Thank you for watching my video. This is Fanatics. You can follow me on Instagram, Fanatics. And also don't forget to like and subscribe to my videos. I have a lot more coming, so please don't miss that. And this is the after. I appreciate y'all, and God bless.